So cold out here that the wood is frozen and the saw doesn't want to cut it. Oh man, I'm so clumsy. It is freezing out here. All right, got my board, got my scissors. I'm gonna do a little bit of work inside the tiny house today. What's up, guys? Not too much snow. It just started maybe 30 minutes ago. Right when we got here, it started snowing. The ducks and the chickens are loving it. It's crazy. I don't know how cold it is today. Probably about the same, probably about 23 degrees, 25 degrees or so. It's not too cold because it's snowy. When it gets too cold, it won't snow.
That is a lot of snow.
But it's cozy here inside the tiny house. What are you working on? Oh, he's working on lunch, I think. I'm gonna put this board right over here because I'm thinking about doing a little insulation today to make the tiny house a little bit warmer. David, Saja, who else is here? Love Beats. Rachel, hello. Yeah, I wouldn't be leaving the tiny house either. I only went outside to cut that board. Outside temp, probably low 20s. Inside temp, uh, I don't know. What would you say, like 60, 62?
Next to the heater.
Yeah, it's
like
like
70.
it's like 65 degrees over here. Daniel, I'm sorry. I said David, didn't I? My bad.
Where does it say the temp in here?
I did mean to say David. I mean Daniel. Oh my god. The cold is messing with my brain. I am. It's a lot of names to keep up with too. I'm trying to learn everybody's name. It's hard. It's tough. I think we have about 1,000 regulars on the channel right now. We have over 20,000 subs, which is awesome. It's amazing. And there's like 100 Davids. But I did mean to say Daniel. Yeah. I might just stick to Mars. How about that? No, it's up to you. Whatever you want. Doing my best. Go for a ride in the snow on the mini bike. Yes, I will. I need to go to the mountainside later on and look for a big rock for my aunt. Her pup passed away. My mom's gonna make my aunt a headstone for her dog. So I need to get a nice, big, flat, smooth rock. Already had the insulation. I have some of it. I bought as much as I could fit yesterday. It's right there. See? Make an igloo this winter. Absolutely. I make one every year. Every year I make an igloo. So that's gonna happen.
Thing to do.
I love it. I'm sorry about the phone, but the tripod is terrible.
There's screws here if you want to like stick the thing in.
Do I let her trim my facial hair? No, she wouldn't. I don't think. I do it myself.
Too much pressure.
Hey, did you hear? Too much pressure. It is a lot of pressure. Can we set up the PO box soon? Yes, we can. I don't know how soon, but I'll set it up. I'm trying to situate the tripod so it doesn't move on us, and that's not happening.
Here.
There we go. We have a balance. We have a balance. We're good.
Oh.
You get to see the mess behind me, though. Unfortunately, I'll hide the mess. How about that? Yeah, I'll hide the mess.
The snow's coming in. Do you see it?
Kevin, that's hilarious. That's a good one. Never heard that one before. -6 Celsius. Dang. Yeah, PO box coming soon. I don't know when. Probably maybe next week. I think I can come up with a spare $60 to pay for the PO box. Funds are low. We went a little hard on the house and the flooring and insulation, and we bought a lot of lumber to build porches outside. And yeah, I kind of went too hard this month. I ran out of money quick. What was for breakfast? What do we have for breakfast today? Oh, we cheated today.
McDonald's.
Yeah, we got McDonald's on the way over here. $2.
The omelet.
So we're pretty smart with our fast food purchases. We don't get fast food a whole lot, but we do it when we need to save money, ironically, because you get on the apps and there's all kinds of deals on the apps for fast food. So
Me food.
yeah, we got sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle for $2 on the app, and that's all we needed. We split that. We were both happy. We have clam chowder ready for lunch that we're gonna eat. We're gonna warm it up over this little heater, buddy. My nose is red and cold. Yes, it is. It is very cold, but it's a lot warmer in here. I've been outside. I just got off the roof. I went up there and put the rest of the screws down because I hadn't screwed it down the other night when we did the live stream. What's the toilet system going to be for the tiny? That's a great question. We're going to put a restroom upstairs right here. Probably from that stud over to this stud, it's going to be about an six. It's going to be like a 6 by 8 restroom. And then everything will gravity feed down, so we won't have to worry about drainage sewage issues. We have a portable black water tank, kind of like the one that goes under an RV. And it'll take us maybe 2 weeks to fill up that tank. And when it fills up, we can take that to a campground and get it dumped. That's the plan right now for the restroom until we can get a septic system installed out here. Then we'll connect the cabin and the tiny house to the new septic. Opinions on Wagyu steak. I don't know if I've had real 5A Wagyu, so I can't really have an opinion on it, but it would be something that I would probably really enjoy. I like a good fatty ribeye, so Wagyu is right up my alley. Do we have a CO2 detector in the tiny house? Not at the moment. Right now, the tiny propane heater is our CO2 detector. It's got one built in, so if the carbon monoxide levels build up inside, it'll shut off automatically, which is why these things are indoor safe. They are indoor safe. And we love them. They have kept us alive since the bus days. That's what we used inside the bus when we couldn't get wood because our wood would get wet with the snow. So yeah, these buddy heaters have been saving us for like 6 or 7 years now. Whose horse is that? I think that's our horse now. I don't know. Well, she's nobody's horse. She belongs to the
There's a
mountain.
mountain's horse.
Yep. What are we doing about the cows on the property? I'm waiting for it to become an issue for the neighbor. Right now, it's not an issue for us. We don't really care, other than the fact that they're tearing down our fence, which kind of already torn up in the first place. So yeah, I don't really care if the cows are out there. They're aerating the land, they're pooping everywhere, so we can go and collect their patties and make really good fertilizer for our garden next year. So the cows are not a big issue for me. They are a big issue for the neighbor next door. He does not like the cows in his yard. And honestly, that's about it. So between him not liking the cows in his yard and the neighbor not liking his cows gone from his property, I feel like the problem is gonna come up between one of them before it becomes a problem for myself. So I'm hoping that they decide to fix the fence. That would be the best case scenario, one or the other. And if they don't, then I'll fix it on my own time when I have the extra money. That might be a springtime job because the ground's getting hard now. It's gonna be hard to drive those T posts in. Why am I in jail? Does this look like a jail cell to you? It's kind of sad. This is a pretty big cell. I mean, so it's a fairly large tiny house, and you guys need to remember it's a full 2 stories. So we have just as much space on the top as we do on the bottom. Our bed is not going to go down here. It's going to go upstairs. That will be our bedroom. Private master bath. We're going to build a utility closet back here to house the batteries, the electric stuff. It's going to be on this back wall. And then maybe in the future, if we upgrade our electric and we don't need the utility closet, we might convert that to a small guest bathroom downstairs. We'll see. Oh, I can't see the chat. You guys are too far. You've been looking for land in New Mexico and Colorado. What kind of land are you looking for? How big? And what's your budget? I can help you find something pretty quick. What areas do you want to look? What kind of land do you want? Do you want mountainous trees? You want snow? Um, yeah, yeah. Let me know. I'll find you something for sure. Combine cow poop, compost, dirt, and use all of that to heat the chicken coop. Oh, that's a genius idea. We were gonna always put the compost pile right next to the chicken coop for that reason, and also for the reason that we could let the chickens out and they will dig the compost pile and mix it up for us. We don't have to manually mix it. Where's the man cave gonna be and where's the she shed gonna be? This is probably gonna end up being the she shed. She's gonna have her bunnies in here. The upstairs where our bedroom's gonna be is gonna have a giant library. She's the reader, not me. I don't like to read. So technically, yeah, this will probably be her she shed. I have huge plans for a man cave. I want to build a tree house. I've always wanted to build a big tree house, and we finally have the forest and the trees to do so. So my man cave's gonna be in the mountains, in the trees. Burst, thank you for the flower. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Someone sent flowers?
They sent a flower. I
That's
think it was probably for you though.
Well, thank you. Either way, I love flowers in any form. Oh, with the P.O. box, people can send their seeds.
Build a zip line. Everybody's asking for the zip line. You're not the first, and you probably won't be the last. We've been seeing zip line kits on Amazon. We've seen a couple at Tractor Supply. Maybe one day.
What's the minimum height they have to be?
Are we gonna keep the house in town? Yes, definitely. Rancelot, thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. Thank you. Another one. Damn. Keeping it 100 today.
¿Quieres?
Build a cabin for lottery winners. Have a raffle for a 2-night. Hey, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great idea. And then somebody would technically get a house for $2 or $5, whatever the cost of the raffle was. If we sold enough tickets, the entire cabin would be paid for, maybe even the property. You know, I really like that. I think that's a great idea. That's something I would want to do in the future. It would be at no cost to us. It would be at no cost to the viewers, and whoever won it would pretty much get a free house.
That'd be like the coolest lottery ever.
I love that. How's Alex doing? He's out of the hospital. He's doing better. Yeah, he's doing okay. I checked in on him yesterday. He'll probably pop into the live stream knowing him. Why is there house wrap inside the sheathing? Because this house build did not have sheathing. We used a product called LP Smart Side. So the sheets are 4x8, just like plywood, but they act as your siding and your sheathing all in one. The only downside to that is you have to put the house wrap on the studs, which is kind of difficult. It's a lot easier to put the house wrap over sheathing. So that's why the wrap is on the inside. It's because we don't have sheathing and then siding. We have a 2-in-1 product that goes on the outside of the sheathing. Or the house wrap, sorry. Can we, you guys want to hear the UFO story? I didn't get to talk about that the last time.
It's a good story.
He gave me chills. Okay.
Here in the cabin
I know.
campfires.
So we're in a very similar situation as this. It was about 10 years ago. We had built our first house from the ground up. It wasn't our first property flip, but it was the first time we had bought raw land and built a cabin. It was a two-story cabin, very similar to this one. The roof was a different style. And it had a wraparound porch going around the entire house, first
That-
and second
It
story.
wasn't connected to the first floor. There wasn't a stairway up.
What do you
Remember?
oh, from the okay, she's trying to say that the wraparound porch on the outside had no connection from the first story. So the only way to get to the second floor of the porch was through our bedroom. We had to go inside the house, up our stairs, and outside of our door in our bedroom to get to the porch on the second story on the outside. So, anyways, back to our story. Just built our tiny house. It was out in the middle of nowhere. There were a ton of stars everywhere, and we got kind of obsessed with stars and aliens at the time. So I did a very dumb thing. I went online and I bought a super high powered laser pointer, the kind that you can see the beam all the way to space, and it looked like a lightsaber. So we're outside one day on our porch. It's nighttime. We're on the second story. We're looking at the stars, and sure enough, we see a UFO in the sky. Nothing like we hadn't seen before. We had seen some activity in the past, and this one is just moving across the sky, and it's going side to side. It would stop. It would move this way slightly, stop again, change direction, and it's kind of just doing this around the sky. It's moving like no aircraft I'd ever seen. Doesn't have any blinking lights. It's just a pretty bright white-ish yellow, whitish greenish light, and it's just going across the sky like this, doing its own thing. So I run inside. I grab my laser pointer. I'm kind of circling it. I'm trying to show wifey where it's at, and then I hit the thing. I hit the thing with the laser pointer. You could see where the laser hits it, and kind of like reflected back. You can see the green light of the laser reflect back, and then the light froze in the sky. It got as bright as I've ever seen anything, almost like the sun. I mean, this thing just grew and got super duper bright and then zipped across the sky. And as soon as it zipped across the sky, my ears started ringing like never before. I thought they were going to start bleeding. And I was terrified. I ran inside, locked the doors, and I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. So me and wifey were cowering in bed. We're like, we're so scared. We're under the covers. We're in bed. Like, what just happened? What's going on? And then we hear a loud thud on the second story of our deck. Like right outside our door, we hear a thud, boom, and we hear footsteps. And like I said, there's no way to get up there onto the porch.
We had cats, but they were inside with us.
Yeah, the cats were with us.
We
We had no animals that could have been up there on that second story porch. It was weird. It was scary. And ever since that day, I don't mess with things flying around in the sky. I don't try calling for aliens or advanced life forms. Fully believe in them after that experience, but I don't mess with them. I have full respect, and I wasn't approaching them from an angle of disrespect, more curiosity, which is why I think it was not so hostile as it could have been, but it definitely scared the crap out of us. And we've had experiences like that in the past, but that was definitely the most prominent and scariest one by far.
Yeah. The walking on the deck really
Were we
freaked me
lit?
out.
No, we were not. We were completely sober. We weren't drunk. We weren't altered in
No,
any
it
way.
was a casual Tuesday, I can tell you
We
that.
were sober minded for sure. Never tried mushrooms before, ever, ever, ever. I don't know if I would either. I'd be kind of scared to start seeing stuff. I could barely handle alcohol nowadays. I think if I have liquor is weird. I didn't tell you guys where we went. Remember, we disappeared a couple weeks ago, and I didn't say where we were going, but we went across the country. Well, I'll tell you now. We went to Disney World. It was her mom's birthday, and we went to celebrate her mom's birthday at Disney World. So my wife and I had the not so great idea of trying to drink around the world at Epcot. We had seen people do it before. We'd always wanted to try it. So we tried it ourselves and we had a good time. But the liquor doesn't really affect me. The liquor goes right through me. Doesn't really affect me.
Doesn't go
Beer
through
though.
me.
If I have a couple beers, if I have two beers, I'm done. It's weird. I don't know. My body's weird. Can handle liquor, cannot handle beer.
Even tequila.
She can't handle anything. She can sniff alcohol and get drunk.
Yeah, it's extra fun. Tell them about Benny and your salsa.
Oh my god. She wants me to tell you about the time that we lived in our first cabin. This was like 13 years ago, maybe. Yeah, we had just started college. We were living in Las Vegas with a really good friend of ours. He had a tiny cabin on his property. He lived in a double wide and he had a tiny cabin that he would rent out to us for nothing. I would cut his grass and help him out and do a lot of work for him. And he pretty much let us live there for free. It was a really good situation. And while we were living there, the one thing that my buddy liked to do and asked of me was to come listen to him play music. He was a good musician, amazing guitarist. He played local New Mexico music. So probably 3 or 4 times a week, I'd go hang out with him. And he loved to drink. His favorite thing was tequila, and he'd buy salsa tequila, silver specifically. I remember this. I don't know how I remember it because of how much tequila I drank back in the day, but that was my thing. Every other day, I'd go to his house, listen to him play guitar, hear all his amazing stories, and have a couple bottles of tequila with him. Not even shots. We'd kill a couple bottles between the two of us, and those were some of the best days that I have just because of the company, not because of the alcohol. There's no way I could drink like that ever again.
But
No
he was like,
hangover. That's probably why he chose that drink. And yeah, he would easily drink a bottle by himself every single day. That man turned 100 years old last year. And last I heard, he's still alive and doing well, and still drinking. I stopped by his house. It's been about 6 months now. I should probably go by again. But I stopped by his house to see how he was doing, and it was like nothing had changed. No time had passed whatsoever. He was out on his front porch with a guitar and his tequila bottle, and he's having a great time.
the ducks are eating the bugs off the truck.
One hell of a liver, no kidding. That guy's a tank. Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. That's for sure. What kind of insulation are we going to use? That's a good question. We can move on to something productive instead of just wasting the day away talking. That's not really wasting the day. I'm hanging out with you guys, but we can be productive. All right, perfect.
Nice.
So we're using the fuzzy stuff. That's what we call it. Good old fiberglass insulation. But we made sure not to get the pink one. We heard the pink one makes you itchy, and this one doesn't. So we got this one.
Wow.
Usually you could just put a board on the ground and run the blade right over top of that board to cut it. But we have this really nice pair of scissors, so I'm gonna use these. Yeah, get to work. Everyone wants to see me get to work. No one wants to hear me talk. And that's pretty much how we're doing the insulation. I'm gonna put a second sheet so I can show you something pretty cool about insulation. Lost my scissors already.
No. I think under the cardboard. Fatness.
There they are. All right. Let me bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Check this out. So the insulation has this paper face on it, and you can fold the tabs over the studs and put staples in that going up and down. And that's going to create a second vapor barrier. Going to keep that cold air from coming inside the house and seal the insulation up even more. A lot of people will put the paper on the inside of the studs and try and seal it in that way. I like to go over the top of the studs. You get a much better seal doing it this way.
That's really cool.
Yeah, insulation. It's quick. It's easy. I bought a bunch of shiplap tongue and groove for like $4 a board. I went back to try and get more the other day. Ended up being $30 a piece. So we got a really good deal on that shiplap, and we're gonna put it on this side wall. And it's gonna be the utility wall. It's gonna be our accent wall. Everything else is gonna be sheetrock. The ceiling. Should we put sheetrock and insulation on the ceiling going to the second story, or should we leave it exposed to have a little more headspace? What do you guys think?
Do you think we could send more stuff that way?
I don't know.
Like, maybe?
Rants a lot. Lucky is from Texas. Did he? You think I'm from New Mexico? We are from Texas. We're native born, very proud Texans who found themselves enchanted by this beautiful state of New Mexico, like most Texans do. If you were to do a tally on all of our neighbors, probably a good 60 to 75% would be Texans. Not gonna lie. This is where Texans come to live their best lives, I guess, because there's not land like this in Texas. There's no mountains in Texas. So once a Texan finds this, they kind of don't want to let it go. But we're still proud Texans, and we'll probably move back to Texas one day. We have our property in El Paso that we're gonna do something cool with. So yeah, we'll always have ties to our homeland. Don't worry.
It's a problem.
How many acres? I haven't even showed you guys outside today.
It is snowing like crazy.
We got snow coming in through the crack of the door because I haven't put weather strip. The door is real condensated because of the heater on the inside. I did trim the outside so we have a nice face for the weather strip. But it is snowing a lot. Like enough snow that we might have to leave early so we don't get stuck because we're in the two-wheel drive today. But we have 13 acres out here. 6 acres are up in the mountain, covered in trees. We have another 4 to 5 acres of pasture that extends past the tiny house cabin over there. And then we have about an acre and a half, 2 acres of living space where we're building the tiny, where we have the cabin and all that good stuff. So it's a really nice property. It's got everything that we can want and need. And we're trying to treat it with the most respect that we possibly can. We're trying to do. Sharky just became a member. Thank you. Sorry, I lost my train there. I saw a big green notification. Welcome to the Lucky Charms.
Thanks.
Right on time too. We were just last night discussing our surprise gift boxes for all the members. So probably in about a month or so, we're gonna put together a gift box for every member of the channel. It's gonna have stickers. It's gonna have probably some artwork from us, a couple recipes. Oh, it's supposed to be a surprise.
It's always better.
Well, gift boxes for members coming soon.
We might have to change it up now.
I'm missing chats. I've never had to deal with a bunch of chats.
Oh, the chickens look cold.
Then we put the windows in first. The windows are gonna go right here first, as opposed to what else? Insulation? I don't know. Our thinking was that not putting the windows in right away would make the tiny house a little bit warmer because windows let in a lot of cold and air if we don't
That's true.
seal them right, you know? So that was my thinking. Let's hold off on the windows until everything else is pretty much done and warmed up, and then we can put the windows in later. Um, yeah, I don't know. What else did I miss? If I missed your comments or question, just put it again. Don't like spam the chat with a million comments, but yeah, feel free to ask a couple times if I miss. Do we still have the red F-150? No, we don't. We had to sell Clifford in order to buy our Jeep. You guys know we have the Jeep Gladiator. Well, we had to sell Clifford for that. Yeah, we brought the cats up to do extermination in the cabin. So they're doing a great job, honestly.
They are some seasoned
Rancelot
mousers.
asking the tough question once again. What is dark matter? I should have researched before. I knew you were gonna ask again. You asked a couple weeks ago, and I didn't have an answer for you other than the fact that it's matter that's probably not light.
Dark matter like space.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe dark matter. I don't know how to describe a black hole. I know they're related somehow.
Hmm. My guess would be it's like debris, space debris. Could be dark matter.
Hey, what's up, Mark? Nice to see you. May you see the window frame. I showed you the window frame. They're huge. Big old windows. From the bottom to the top. They're not proper. I know that. I was only able to do it proper on one side. This other side, the stud's going all the way to the top into the top plate. I wasn't able to get a stud underneath the top of the window frame. But it should be okay. I mean, at least we have weight supporting the top plate. I don't feel like there should be any weight coming down on the window. It'll be fine. And I forgot exactly why that happened. It was a simple mistake that I made, but I was able to do it correctly on one side of the frame, so it should be fine. Alex, what's up? When are we gonna start seeing more Lady Lucky channel videos?
I'm posting them.
She is posting. She's been posting shorts. She did post a long form video last week.
I did. It's about my berry patch and free ranging the chickens like in the middle of town.
Alex, we were all worried about you, dude. How's it going? How are you doing today?
Do you need a tissue? Got you, bro. Here you go.
Pretty soon because our battery is super duper low, and we obviously don't have solar to charge it up today.
Stop today.
Space fabric. That's a good way to describe it, honestly. Black matter space fabric. Yeah. Fix it right. Nah, it'll be fine. It's good enough, so it's right. If it's good enough and it works, then it's right. Alex says that he feels like his blood is boiling. What does that mean?
Like pressure wise or like temperature wise?
Temperature wise, like you feel like your blood is hot or like there's a lot of pressure building up. How would you describe it? How reliable is the Starlink? It's the most reliable internet connection we've ever had in our entire lives. This is the first time that I've done a live stream without a glitch or any technical issues whatsoever. So
You're right. I think if we were in town, like with this same weather, we'd be having some internet issues.
yeah, we don't have internet in town. Our internet goes out when it rains or snows or anything. We're getting snow outside. There's full clouds, and the Starlink is perfect. Jen, you're not invisible. I see your comment. I might have missed a couple. I'm sorry. I see you though, and I will be looking for your next comment. I promise. Yeah, so check this out. The Starlink. We went on the app. I downloaded the app for free, and then I put in my address, and it says that we're in a rural area and we qualify for a very affordable Starlink plan. It ended up being 40 bucks flat per month. We're only paying 40 bucks a month for our Starlink. We didn't have to pay for any equipment whatsoever. We don't have to pay for a monthly rental on the equipment. All we have to do is send the equipment back whenever we're done using the Starlink. And it's 40 bucks a month flat. No tax included, everything. It's insane. It's really good. Can you see the string lights? Yeah, sure. Gonna eat my battery a little bit, but
Ta-da!
they work. They're on a switch, which is really nice.
Oh, ask them how they think we should do it. If we should go like across the beams or trim the inside.
Alex, don't go back to Alta Vista. Go to Santa Fe. Go see a different doctor. You don't want to go back and get the same opinion as before. You're gonna need a second opinion from someone else. That's just my recommendation. It's not a diss on Alta Vista. It's just a fact of the matter that you need a second opinion from someone else. Are we gonna fix and remodel the schoolhouse? Well, the schoolhouse is long gone. I don't know if you saw the rubble of rocks outside, but that was the schoolhouse, not the cabin. The building that looks nice that everyone's telling us to renovate, that's the old cabin. That's where the teacher used to live. The schoolhouse is separate. So we might build something up where the schoolhouse was eventually. I don't know.
Oh, we were gonna do like a rose garden there.
The rose garden. Teachers and apples in schools are all kind of related. Yeah. So if you have any ideas for the schoolhouse, Jen, I'm still waiting for your message. I don't know if you've sent it or not, but I haven't seen a follow up. You're paying 126 for your Starlink? That's a lot. What kind of speed are you pulling? Because we're getting our plan is it's a low speed plan compared to what Starlink offers. I think it's 100 meg internet, which is way faster than what we had in town anyways. We were paying $60 in town for slower internet that has high traffic on it. So the way that works is they set up a tower somewhere in town that people can reach, and then they hit the tower with their Starlink. It's like it's similar to Starlink, but it's hitting a local tower instead of going to a satellite out in space. And we were paying more for that internet that was a lot slower than what we're getting with Starlink. Still planning on getting the neighbor's land. I mean, I don't know how we'd afford it right now. We'd have to sell something else, something big, or maybe if the YouTube page takes off. We're still at the beginning stages of the YouTube channel, so if we become successful in a way that we can afford to buy the neighbor's land, that's probably one of the first things we're gonna do. And all the money that how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Like the commercial. Was it T-Mobile?
Yes, okay, you can hear me now. Yeah, so it wasn't the Starlink service that went out. So what had happened was I got a phone call, which is what killed the service in the first place and killed the audio. It switched the audio over to the phone call, even though I declined it, which is stupid. It was just a spam call. And then my battery is super duper low. So it's giving me a warning that we have a low battery and it's going to shut off the inverter here any minute. So I am going to have to end this live stream soon. I am going to have to power down the Starlink. That's just bad timing. Right when I was talking up the Starlink, we had technical difficulties. That would happen to me. Cut the lights. I know, I know. It's probably what caused it. All right, last minute questions. You guys got 30 seconds. Elon is watching. I hope you're watching, Elon. Thank you for the Starlink. I appreciate it. I'm a huge Elon fan. Elon is my president. I'm probably gonna lose a couple subscribers for saying that. I'm a big nerd, folks. I've been a Tesla fan for their whole whole lives pretty much.
For all of Tesla's life.
Yeah, I invested. One last story for you guys. I got into stocks and investing about 6 to 8 years ago. It's been a while now, and the whole reason that got me into investing was Tesla. I wanted to buy Tesla stock. So I had actually bought Tesla stock back when it was $40 a share, and I had it for a while, and it was going pretty stagnant. And then I got addicted to trading penny stocks, to day trading. So I was trading penny stocks. I was making okay money, and then I started trading on margin, which is where you borrow money to make trades. And I got in a lot of trouble trading margin. I bought into a company that had a reverse split. They were a penny stock and they got delisted. So I lost like 3 grand overnight. And the only way to pay back my margin was to sell all of my stocks, which were my Tesla stocks. And all this happened in a span of 3 months. I had to liquidate my Tesla, I had to pay back my margin. I was super duper broke and had no money. And as soon as all of that went through and I had no money, Tesla stock skyrocketed and went up to like $200 or $300 in a matter of months. So I missed the Tesla skyrocketing in the stocks. I was invested at the right time, and I screwed myself for messing with penny stocks. So if you're gonna try and get into investing, pick good, honest, reputable companies. Don't mess with day trading. Don't mess with margin. Don't mess with penny stocks. Yeah, pick a good company. Put your money where you believe, and you'll be fine. Don't make a mistake like I did. Gold and silver, yes, for sure. Always, always gold and silver. Especially as space exploration and financial uncertainty continues, gold is going to become extremely valuable. It will always be valuable. Valuable. History will tell us that. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you, Daniel and Saj. Saja. Saja? Is it Saja? How would you like me to say your name? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it properly. Obviously, I'm shortening it because I don't know how to say your full name. I hope that doesn't insult you at all. I'm trying. Chelsea. Okay, that's so much easier. Oh my gosh. Daniel and Chelsea, I can remember that. So where's your name from? If you don't mind telling me. Or if you don't want to say, that's okay. I'm just curious to know where everybody's names come from. Our name, the Lucky Thrives name, was a blend of irony and a little influence. I gotta say, from Will. Will helped us come up with our name back in the day. We were sitting there throwing names at each other for my page back when he was trying to convince us to make our YouTube page. And obviously, Lucky was going to be in there at some degree. And Lucky Thrives just had the ring to it, and they sounded so well together. And that's where the name was born. But mostly is because of an irony, the fact that I am so unlucky in life that I just started referring to myself as being lucky. That's mostly where the inspiration came from. I've always been obsessed with luck and four-leaf clovers, and I like to gamble a little bit, and it's so fitting to have the lucky name, especially with how ironically unlucky we are. It really brings it all together. Yours comes from Google. You're Scottish, but you have an Irish name. Oh, Santos, you made it, dude. Nice to see you. The mini bike needs a torque converter. Is that what's making that nasty sound? You know what? Before we end the live stream, let's do that real quick. I did promise you guys that I would go for a ride on the bike. You think it's a torque converter? Whoa. Oh, that is slippery. I got bad news for you. Oh, one, I just dropped my brand new phone. It's full of snow. And two, the throttle, the throttle's frozen and broken. So I can't give it gas. I'm gonna have to buy a new throttle for this thing. I'm sorry. But it's cold. I'm gonna go back inside. You guys stay happy, stay healthy, stay lucky. We'll see you soon. Have a great week. Peace.